Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining this session. And this is Dr. Son Notial. So I'm PMP certified from Project Management Institute in year 2005, and I'm currently director and COE, no, CEO for our Technology Allied Systems, which is a AI-powered data science and digital IT consulting and services firm. So we are the startup company in India. This is based at Silicon Valley of India, that is in in Bangalore. So that's briefly about me, and I have opened this 1 hour session and 1 hour window for all the participants who are interested to know about project management from any industries. It's not necessary for only for IT industry, but any industry, because that is this caters to even different industries like construction companies, or it could be financial, or any task, any project which needs to be planned or executed in a professional way. So we'll be having quick wrap up of quick highlights which we have discussed last 2 days. That is why project management is required, and this is required to systematically plan and execute, monitor, and complete the work so that the objectives achieved within the defined constraint. So typically, it could be like within the scope of within the time, and in no within the cost and budget, and accepted quality. So we have a couple of things. We were also like clear goal. There is a defined clear definition and alignment. Then effective resource utilization, and then risk identification and control, on structured planning and execution, then and stakeholders communication, and even quality assurance, and then the time and cost control. So these are the things which we come across as part of why project management is required. Then accountability and the governance part. Having said that, so today we'll be discussing on. After that, we discussed even about what is that new edition and project management from PMI is coming out with new edition, and that is the eighth edition. And there are a couple of changes have been in appraised in eighth edition, which covers the principles of project management, and then project management performance domain. There are changes in that as well, and then how a project focus areas were reintroduced. So all those things were clearly discussed as well. So we'll be going in detail about it. So let me quickly first share the screen, the PPT. So let me share first the project management mindset, okay, and the principles and the dimensions. And here are the six project management principles. And that is, first is adapt a holistic view. Okay, then focus on the value, and, then embedded quality, and be an accountable leader, then integrated sustainability, then building an empowered culture. So here, this there are changes, the reintroduction of the process project groups as well, focus groups, like initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and then closure. So the here actually in eighth edition, they have introduced um, not introduced. There are changes in the performance domain as well, and it has in this it has covered governance, scope, schedule, finance, stakeholder, resource, risk. These are the different performance domain, and which is aligned. And then there is a aligned and discussion on the focus areas, like initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and closure. So typically, what exactly here we see that this principles of project management domain. This is divided into proactive, uh, then ownership, and the value delivery. As part of proactiveness, adapt a holistic view, and then under that embedded quality into process and deliverables. So embed quality into process and deliverables. Then as part of the ownership, leads to be an accountable leader, uh, build a embedded culture. So that's important. These are the two things about the ownership. And as part of value delivery, the principle is to focus on the value, okay, for the value deliverable part, then integrate sustainability within all project areas. So that's about the principles. And then we go, we can go in detail about the mindset, what has typically for here if you see, there are seven performance domain. So which covers governance, which is guide, mindset, and behavior. So we'll just go in detail how exactly it is. Typically, the relationship in the PMBOK guide and the standard for project management. Work in a project management performance domain is guided by the principles of project management. So this is work is guided by the typically project management. As described in the standard for project management, a principle is a fundamental norms, truth, and or value that gives guidance for the project manager and the project team. So the principle gives a guidance, fundamental for norms, truth, and value. The principles of project management provide guidance for the mindset and behavior of the people involved in project, as they influence and shape the performance domain and to produce the intended outcomes. So that's the principle which is being used by the project manager, project management, and it guides the mindset and the behavior of people. While there is a concept overlap between principle and the performance domain, the principle guide mindset and behavior, while the uh, performance domain present broad areas of focus in which is to demonstrate that the mindset and behavior. This particular figure even depicts that, that how the project management principles create a foundation for the performance domains and provide guidance to process in each performance domain. So this figure if, clearly depicts the uh, principles and the performance domains, means how exactly it is no, works, because that's create a foundation for the project management. Okay. So that's typically project manager no, proactive ownership, value delivery, that is the mindset, and these are the principles out inside. There is six principles and nine, seven, um, three, four, five, six, yeah, seven project management performance domains. So having said that, typically this project management domains, performance domains, and these are aligned with the process focus areas as well. And we'll be going in detail about the things. And, let me cover the other aspect as well. So please feel free to ask any questions if you have. So typical project management principles, which are divided into three areas: proactive, ownership, and value delivery. And as part of proactiveness, adapt holistic view, long term, considering certain aspects, and embed quality into process and deliverables. That's proactiveness. And ownership, be an accountable leader, build a empowered culture, and as part of value delivery, focus on value, then integrate sustainability within all project areas. So as part of let's go in next level details that adapt a holistic view throughout the project life cycle, from initiation all vary to execution and closing, ensuring seamless integration and alignment at every stage. So then, and going in detail about it, what exactly happens here, that viewing a project holistically helps ensure that decisions consider all interconnected elements, optimizing alignment and with overarching objectives and enhancing project sustainability. Then comes the proactive managing the risk across all project domains, anticipates challenges and strengthens the project resilience, minimizing in the potential disruption. Then engaging the stakeholder throughout the project lifecycle fosters collaboration, integrates diverse uh, perspectives, and raise the probability that desired outcomes are achieved. Then comes the focus on the values, continually evaluate and adjust project alignment to business objectives and intended benefits and values. So, value per unit of investment is the ultimate indication of the project success. Value can be realized throughout the project, at the end of the project, or following project completion. So that can be realized in between phases as well. Value and the benefit that contribute to it can be defined in quantitative and or qualitative terms. So the value can be based on quantitative or qualitative. The project's team focus on outcomes that maximize value creation and meet or execute target business objectives. And then project team evaluate in progress and adapt to maximize the expected values. So that's about the two principles, and we'll be going in detail for other principles in subsequent discussion. And the other thing I would like to highlight is that these principles are aligned to the project management performance domain. So how exactly that I will be discussing. So that was one of the questions which was raised by the team, that what is the benefit of this and how it is going to align with the performance domain. And if you see here, typically for the first part, the adapt a holistic view. Okay. And the project impact is aligned with organization strategy and goals. This particular adaptation of the principle. Integrate decisions making, because since decisions are made considering disparate perspectives across the entire project ecosystem, ensuring the outputs lead to more sustainable and effective outcomes. Enhanced communication. There is a clear and considering communication across stakeholders helps ensure everyone is informed and aligned. So that's the project overall project impacts. Then managing uncertainty and complexity. If you have the holistic view, you will ensure that your thinking and thought process will be aligned and accordingly. Then proactive and pragmatic risk management, by having holistic view from the onset, the project management team can have a wider and clear understanding of the interconnectedness of the project. So, and what are the different components which are interconnected? So that that can be also taught, and so there is a clear understanding that why those components are required. Hence, the team, project management team is an better position for informed and timely decision making to effectively and efficiently migrate the threats while exploiting the opportunity. So while exploiting the opportunity, the project team is also appraised effectively and in time, so that they understand the holistic view of the project. Then comes the principle in action. This is connected with the domains like governance, perspective, then scope, schedule, finance, stakeholder, and resource risk, so that holistically view what are the risk in future they- from the different after integration, or that kind of perspective of the project will be clear. Then comes the other um, uh, discussion which I would like to have was the focus on the value. As part of this, typically the project impact and the principle on action and connected the performance domain like governance, a value focused approach establishes the frameworks and process that help ensure decisions are made in alignment with the project value objectives. Governance is right size as to focus on the value delivery, not bureaucracy. Then comes scope. A value-focused approach can help to define and control the project scope to ensure that all work contribute to the intended value. Then schedule. A focus on the value helps to ensure that time is managed effectively to help the project to deliver the expected value by or earlier than the target date. Finance, based on the value, focus on the value so that effectively managing the budget. Then stakeholders input is taken for executing the project, so that there is a um, efficient value delivery is done, so that it is a project with a value delivery will ensure the satisfaction of the stakeholders. Then resources. Now, keeping the project value proposition at the center of attention can help inform this around the physical assets and the project team talent. For example, financially constrained may not allow the hiring of a specialized team members needed to achieve the project goals. In that case, focus on the value can spark alternatives solutions such as cross-training existing team members. So, resource utilization effectively by cross-training them, that will be add more value, and it's not replacing and the resources will be effective. And what are, then comes the risk perspective. Focus on value helps ensure that approach taken to address the uncertainty in the project, whether responding to known or emergent threat, or responding to opportunities in is pragmatic in the sense of effectiveness, efficiency, and transparency. So that's what I thought of discussion today. And so So please let me know if you have any questions. Or typically, this is what we discuss in the project management session. And so this in this window, discuss. If you have any questions, we can please come out with the questions. Typically, questions comes. Is there any training or certification required for a project manager, or anything? So it is totally depends on how efficiently he wants to execute the project. Either he's experienced by from previous project, and then use his experience in delivering the project. That's one. And or undergoing some certification course, because like PMP certificate is going to help, because this is based on the practitioners across globe. They have developed, they have come out with that particular edition, and or the project, and or the courses, which is going to help to execute or run the project effectively by the project managers. So typically, um, uh, what all the things he has to keep in mind while developing a project, and while executing the project, right from scope management to schedule, then the risk assessment, and typically considering all the aspects, and so that he can go in detail about the project management things more effectively. And like as part of the performance domain, and what are the things they have to consider, like governance, like initiating a project, or the phases, and that's where governance comes into picture. Then planning phase, in initiating and aligning project plan, and planning sourcing strategy, executing managing project execution, then managing quality assurance, and managing project knowledge. And as part of monitoring and controlling focus areas, monitoring and control project performance, assess and template changes, then closure of the project. So typically, the governance, what is expected, and as part of the scope, what is that is required, planning of the scope of, and then monitoring of the scope, so on and so forth. So what are the key things needs to be considered at different phases, at different point of time, by a project manager? So those things are clearly, that's where you get an opportunity to discuss. And so that's this is the forum where this is the forum where you get an opportunity to discuss, ask any questions, and uh, what all the things, what all the risks needs to be considered while executing a project, and whether it could be a new complete a new project, or you are taking it over from some other vendor and then executing it, then what all the things needs to be considered. So all those aspects are typically followed in this. And if no so we keep this window open, and for from 4 to 5, and please feel free to no ask any question and related with project management. And there are very good events happening also. One of the event is planned at Dubai, 29th and 30th of April. And but because of the world war, the things got moved to some other country, where all the practitioners comes together and provide their input, and present their learnings, what they have done from different projects, and the different methodologies which is being used by the project managers at different phases. So that's one of the thing. And I would also open to discussion on the AI projects, how what all the things needs to be taken care and to be considered when you are executing AI project, right? What are the key things one has to keep in mind for executing? It's not just um, it could be analysis needs to be done, whether AI to be incorporated or not. So even that is also part of that during the phase. So it could be that certain things about AI can be incorporated in the project, or it has to be deferred for some time. So it could be anything, right? So so that's the thing which we'll be getting an opportunity in during discussion. So so that is it for today. Thanks for joining, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.